you know, I think what also sets your program apart are your personal stories.
You know, it's true. My life is an open book, and I love to teach by telling stories. I know it's entertaining, but yet I get my point across because there's so many experts out there who say, you know what, be more loving, be more caring, be more understanding. What does that mean? Those are just words, you know? Unless people have concrete examples, they don't know. A woman who looks at her boyfriend or her husband and says, I want you to be more romantic. He doesn't know what that means, you know? He does after this program because I tell him exactly what it means. And let's say a man looks at a woman and he says, you know what, I'm just not happy anymore. You don't make me happy. Well, she doesn't know what to do with that information. Now, she does after she listens to this program because I show you how to laugh, how to have fun, how to put more passion and excitement back in your life.
And when your relationship is good, you just feel so energized. I mean, it improves every single aspect of your life.
It does. And I look at people and I say, you know, when you're in a good relationship, you're laughing, you're having fun, you're filled with energy. You know, I mean, your life is exciting and you look forward to every day. And then I look at people and I say, my gosh, isn't it exhausting to be in a bad relationship? I mean, it drains the life out of you, right? And life is too short to live that way. And if I say that I've got a way to get you out of that, why wouldn't it be worth trying?
Now, what about the C word? Communication. Why do couples argue about the dumbest things?
Because we really want to matter. Let's say he comes home and he sees her on the telephone and he thinks, I don't believe this. I haven't seen her all day and she would rather talk to her friends than be with me. Or he comes home and he starts opening the mail and she thinks, I can't believe this. We haven't seen each other for 10 hours and he'd rather look at the bills and talk to me. 20 minutes later, the same couple is having an argument. It has nothing to do with what they're arguing about. What they're really upset about is, I don't feel like I matter anymore to you. I don't feel like I make a difference. And you're going to walk around ignoring me, pretending that I don't exist? Well, then even an argument is better than the nothingness that I feel around here. Now, that's all going to change. They're not going to be able to wait to get into each other's arms. It's going to be a whole brand new way of coming home.
Dr. Ellen, some of our listeners may be thinking, well, this all sounds terrific, but it's too late for us. What about those people who are ready to call it quits?
This is a true story. A woman called me up and she said, you know what, my marriage is over, but my daughter's in trouble, and so I'm going to order the program for her because she's a newlywed, and I don't want her to go through the heartache that I've gone through. So I said, fine. I'll send you the program on one condition. You listen to it first. And she said, oh, no, you don't understand. My husband and I have already filed for divorce. We're living separate lives. We don't communicate. We're in our 50s. I mean, it's over for us. I said, no, you don't understand. I'm not going to send you this program unless you listen to it first. Now, wasn't she lucky to get me on the phone? But I said to her, you just listen. Do you know, I got a postcard from her months later saying that she was on a second honeymoon in Tahiti. I never listen to anybody who says, you know what, we're ready to break up, we're ready to call it quits, we're ready to get a divorce, because I know that if a couple was in love once before, I can get back their feelings that they had when they first fell in love, including the butterflies in their stomach. And if a couple stood at the altar and said, till death do us part, that meant that they loved each other enough to say, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And with this program, they're going to be able to fulfill that promise.
I felt like I was not ready to just, you know, not be in love with somebody anymore. And I didn't feel in love for a couple of years.
It just reached a point where both of us were just fed up.
I felt really numb, just no feelings at all between us.
I mean, I was filing for divorce. When I started listening to the tapes and Ellen's talking about what women need and want in a relationship, she's describing Marianne to a T. For the first time in my life, I really started to understand my wife. I was misinterpreting all the things that she was saying to me, the things that her wants and needs. I was taking them all completely wrong. And just after listening to the tapes one time, I started realizing what she was trying to say.
Stephen just kept saying how great the tapes were, and I finally put one in my car one day on the way to work, and within 5 minutes, I was very motivated. They made a difference. I really have fallen back in love with my husband.
Well, I can't help but think that that's what all of us ultimately want. But what about the people who try to find happiness outside of their marriage?
Well, remember this. A man falls in love because of the way he feels about himself when he's with a woman. And when he doesn't feel good anymore, he's going to find another woman that does make him feel good. And that's what the affair is about. It's not that he's in love with this other woman. What he's in love with is the way he feels about himself when he's with that other woman. And it's the same for women. They'll say to me, Ellen, now that I'm in love, I feel beautiful, I feel sexy, I feel needed. We have a right to feel like that for the rest of our lives. And when we don't, we try to find somebody who does make us feel good. And so many people who listen to this program finally see what went wrong, and now they know how to prevent it from ever happening again. And that's powerful information.
And it can not only save your marriage, but if you have kids, it can save your whole family. Listen, I have a couple of kids myself, and I know they can really change a relationship.
You are not kidding, okay? But the best gift you ever give your children is a loving relationship with your mate. The happiest, most well-adjusted children come from a home where mommy and daddy love each other. And the other thing I teach is the only thing we can ever give our children are roots and then wings. I don't care how good of a mommy or daddy you are, they're going to be gone someday. And if you've made the parent-child relationship #1 in your life and pushed the adult relationship on the side that, you can wait, you can't. You're going to join the statistics where 1 out of every 2 marriages end in divorce.
We've only got a few minutes left. Is there anything else you want to say?
Well, there are 4 types of people that are watching this show. First, there's a couple that's in a good relationship, and I'm going to show them how to keep what they've got now forever. And so many people get this program as a wedding or an anniversary gift by a parent or friend, someone who wants them to stay in love forever.
Right.
Then there's the people that are ready to break up. They're ready to call it quits, or they're ready to get a divorce. And I'm saying, don't you dare do this until you listen to this program. I do, because I'm going to turn back the clock and show them how to get back all the feelings they had when they first fell in love. Then there's a couple that's just bored out of their minds, and I'm going to show them how to be spontaneous, how to have fun, how to laugh. They're going to be the envy of every couple that they know. And lastly, there's the person that's not in a relationship, and with the information they get on these tapes, they are going to have people attracted to them like a magnet. And I know, Matt, that nothing happens by chance. Everything is by design.
Right.
And whatever the reason, if you don't have a love affair with your mate, somebody else will. And for every woman that is listening to this program, you deserve to have a man who loves you with all his heart and soul. And for every man that's listening, you deserve to have a woman who loves you with all her heart and soul. My program is going to make that happen.
Dr. Ellen, this has been an amazing half hour. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much. It's been great being here.
On behalf of Light His Fire, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.